It's a grand old flag, it's a high-flying flag, it's the emblem for me and for you.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Parkfield podcast, brought to you by MV Play Streaming and O'Brien Real Estate Keysborough. Sorry for the week off last week, but due to the lack of cricket and the lack of wins, besides the girls, obviously, we thought we'd give it a miss. As always, I'm joined by Jordan Hill. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm fabulous. How are you?
Yeah, good. And joined by recently new negative COVID case, Stevie Cannon. How you doing, mate?
Yes, happy to be here, mate. Happy to be here. Just got back from Wuhan. It was a tough couple of days there, but I'm back, baby.
That's lovely. I'm not sure we can say that, but okay.
After some of the content you released last few weeks, mate, I reckon I'm pretty sweet.
No, the content that was cut.
Content that was never seen and straight in the bin.
I saw Hover on the weekend. He's like, "Oh, thank God you cut that." Thank God.
He was like, make sure Jordy cuts it.
Everyone's asking for the edit, and I said,
yeah, it's quality.
No.
Quality listening.
Hubbard does not want that seeing the light of the day.
Hey, just quietly, Jordy. Props to our man. That's the best start he's had to a podcast, I think, ever.
Yeah, but he needs to stop saying podcast.
Yeah, but we'll let him slide on that one because he didn't and he got our names right. He was very professional. I'm proud of the boy.
Did he insult us either?
No insults. This podcast has taken a turn.
Oh my God.
I think the lack of preparation just brings the best out of me.
I love this newfound you.
Beautiful. Yeah, well, I don't nothing else to say. We didn't prepare. Podcast done.
All right, great. Thanks for your time, guys. See you next week.
No, we had a good week. We had a good week at Parkfield. A few wins, a lovely function, which from all reports was lovely. Which recognised a few great players that have come through this club and great people who have come through this club. So we'll get to that a bit later. We'll get straight into match reports, which had a great win for the first 11, keeping us out of that bottom spot. And look, to be honest, in the hunt for finals too, which we'll look to the positives. Keeps us in the hunt for finals. Do you want to quickly get that up on my career, Cano?
Well, the problem is, mate, old preparation Kennedy doesn't even have a phone on him. He's on charge. But yeah, mate, I can reel off the first 11, no dramas. Mate, we went out to Doverton, just next to you, Memmering there, to take on Doverton Cricket Club. We won the toss, elected to bat. Didn't have much of an idea about that pitch, to be honest. Never played there. Wasn't sure how I was going to play, and turns out she was a minefield early. So apologies to Nate Kramer and Dishan for sending him in on that thing, but the boys fought hard. Dishy copped an absolute rip snorter from Ryan Endy, who is in career best form in his last year. But Matt Kramer managed to fight it out for us, avoided getting stumped 3 times. Cody Hill 2.0 was their wicketkeeper. Unfortunately, fumbled and missed the stumping 3 times, but great for us. Natters went on for a hard fought 20-odd. That was a good start from him. Stumbled a bit through the middle. The real standout through the middle was our man Sanjay, however you want to pronounce his name.
I think it's Sanjay, yeah.
Sanjay, yeah, that's it.
I think it's Sanjay.
The Sanj, as he prefers to be known. But yeah, good knock from Sanj. I think he ended up on about 37 through the middle. Batted well. It was hard going out there. The spinners, they got 2 quality spinners, 8 old campaigners in Ryan Hendy and Nanga Wilson. So they were bowling a treat, had it on a string. But Sanj kept fighting for us. Yeah, a few of us stumbled through the middle, and Zaron Chanel, old tissue paper hamstrings, showed up at the end and biffed a couple for us. Got into the 20s, I think. So, mate, it wasn't a great total of 122. We didn't face out our overs, which is pretty disappointing. But runs on the ball with our bowling attack, we always knew we'd be half a chance, Pondy. But yeah, came out, opened the bowling with old tissue paper hamstrings. who lasted 1 over and 1 ball or something silly. And then we opened the other end with Dishan bowling off spin. It was a spinner-friendly wicket, so we decided to open up with one of our spinners. Again, we're so lucky we got 3 good ones, so you could pick any one of them. Chose Dish, bowled sensationally, to be honest. 4 for not all that many, I wouldn't think, off his 12, maybe in the 20s or 30s. But, yeah, wickets when we needed them, and the key wicket of their captain, Nanga Wilson, when he looked like he was going to get going. So that was key for us. Ably supported in the second half of his spell by Nico Jeffrey, who did bowl really well. I know I don't really pump him up much, but he did bowl really well. He ended up with 2 for 20 odd off his 12 overs. Again, economical, brought us back in the game. Travis D'Souza played an important role with the ball, bowling towards the death, into the wind as well. So he got a key wicket of Ryan Hendy when he was batting. Nice catch to point, which Nico held onto for us. And then the star of the show, the absolute star of the show, mate. Our man Hunzy, new recruit to the club this year, one of the loveliest blokes you could ever meet. And he's got all the skills and all the tools to be a great cricketer for us in the future. He closed out at the death, bowling just, slippery, slidey, quickish little Yorkers and length balls, which, their lower order just weren't equipped to face. So he bowled a beautiful slow ball to get rid of Smart, who was probably the last big threat to chasing down our total. And I think he ended up with something silly like 3 for 6.
I think it was 3 for 5 off 8 balls.
3 for 5. 8,
Yeah.
8 balls?
10 balls. I don't know.
Thought he might bowl more than that, but that's okay. He bowled really well, which in essence sealed the game for us. Without him being able to really attack the stumps at the end and get wickets, it's nearly impossible to defend 122. But we hung on. One of the more stirring wins. You take them when you can get them this year, but really was a good win to, come back really against the odds because the wicket did flatten out. The outfield was quick. It was their past players' day, so it was always nice, going against the current of the supporters as well. Boys on the fence were copping plenty, as you would expect, so it was good to just get one back. 2 extra mentions while I'm on the topic. Some special catching in the outfield. First one from Hunzy, right in front of the club rooms to dismiss their captain, running around the boundary, got there, caught the ball, threw the ball up in the air to make sure he was inside the boundary line, completed the catch. Thanks for coming. Key wicket. Next key wicket of Smart when Hunzy was bowling. Smart enough to bowl a really good slower ball to draw the miss hit. And RJ Payne, the gorgeous man with gorgeous hair, born in the gully, ran around from long on and pretty much took a screamer. He looked like Jack Rewald on the lead. So Bonnie and I appreciate that very much. But it was great answering roles. It was a really good catch. One of those catches, probably a 3/4 chance. You would possibly excuse it if it was dropped, but it was just a really good catch and so important for the result of the game. So special mention to that. And then Hunzy got a couple of cheeky LBs to finish it off, which you can imagine the home crowd was stoked with.
Yeah.
Great win.
And I've actually, facing Hunzy in the nets the last 3 weeks has been really hard. Like, you're on his change-ups are just unbelievable. His arm speed stays the same the whole time.
Yeah.
Leg cutters, off cutters, slow balls in the back of the hand. They're just ridiculous to face.
He's got all the tools. He's
23 years old.
Very exciting.
So,
And
if we can keep him for a while, mate, it'll be awesome. Big great for the club and great for him. So
big fan. Awesome. And a good clubman too. The way we had the Bunnings barbecue, sorry. Pop down for an hour or two to help cook the snags and that. He helps me every Saturday morning with the Woolworths Blast. Yeah, he's an absolute ripper, Hans. We love him. We love him.
Training.
He's winning games for us.
Yeah. First to training, last to leave. Has a meal every week, so it's good to see. Cool. So moving on to the second 11, we also played Dufton. There you go. At Parkfield.
Really?
Yep.
Jeez.
Not at Dufton though. You were there.
Yeah, right.
So Dufton. The second 11. I think that they're struggling a little bit. Their boys rocked up. I think they ended up having 10 10 players in their side with a few ring-ins. But our goal for the day was, we've got finals coming up. So our goal for the day was, let's not treat this like a much lower grade side than us. Let's treat this like a good side and how we play against a good side. And let's start getting into some finals cricket form heading into the end part of the season. So they won the toss and batted first. Rory and Rosh opened up for us, and again, we could have, they're not awesome cricketers. They probably should be playing third grade somewhere, but we said to ourselves, let's bowl our lines, let's bowl our lengths that we would bowl to, playing against a Cranbourne or Beaconsfield, something like that. And we could have attacked the stumps a bit more and try and knock them over, but instead, we said, let's bowl our lengths and bowl our lines. So we didn't knock them over probably as easy as we could have. But it was really good to see really good discipline from Rory, really good discipline from Rosh opening up and, just hitting their spots consistently and creating dot ball pressure and getting out the over and getting a good maiden in. Rory bowled really well, as he always does, economical, 2 for 20 off 8 overs. Rosh bowled really well at the start, and then he did get hit for a little bit, but 1 for 30 off 8. Vikesh back up from the thirds, bowled awesome as well, 2 for 24 to 2 for, and then George. I think George has taken like 15 wickets in the last 4 weeks or something ridiculous. So he's doing on 2 for as well. And Shane chipped in at the end with 2 overs and pretty economical. And we ended up getting them all out for 115. They had one guy end up making 70. But I think he can play a bit of cricket. He's made a couple of 80s in this grade as well. So he's averaging about 40 over for the season. So he could play. He finished not out, so well done to him. He hit some good cricket shots. That seems to be like only one bloke's really getting away from us at the moment, so we're gonna try and tighten them up. We'll be held in good stead. We went into bat. George and Geordie Coots was a lane in because Blake Barnes was a lane out. And to his credit, I've never seen Jordan bat any better than that in my life. I think third over, Jordan Coots just hit a lofted straight drive, perfectly timed, perfect form, 2 bounce 4. And we were just like, geez, Geordie looks on today. George made a nice 30, unfortunately got out. But it was a Geordie Coots show. Made 41 not out with 7 fours, chasing 115. It was unbelievable. Like pull shots, rolling back, rocking pull shots, behind square, in front of square, cut shots, driving. It just looked awesome. And, when blokes get that opportunity, they don't always take it. And he got an opportunity finding out the morning of, but he was playing the second 11, and he looked unbelievable. And
there it is. There it is.
There's a stumble. It was always going to come, but he's caused Tony a big headache this week. There's a lot of ins this week, but he'll be in that side this week, and
stick with him.
You got to stick with him. So he's caused the father-in-law a few headaches this week, Big Geordie. But I think Tony would rather have that headache than have the headache of bloody hell. Who do we fill this spot? So it's a good headache to have. And yeah, we chased it. My cricket says we're all out, but no, we chased the 4 down. Yeah, we chased the 4 down.
Does it? Oh, I need to email them about that. Do I? Is it wrong still?
Yeah, it says all out 122.
Oops.
But it says Parkfield won by 7 runs, which doesn't make sense either.
Okay, I will message the lead.
Anyway, guys, it is time to talk about one of the most stacked third 11 sides we've had. Now, I'm talking in terms of the good bloke 11. As we roll down this list, opening the batting, Bradley Baptist, one of the great Parkfield men, Kasun. I'm not going to attempt his last name. But
Good hair.
Great hair. Good-looking man. Good-looking man. I'll tell you what. We won't go into that just yet. But I've got something for you. Good-looking men at Parkfield. There's a lot of them. The skipper, Shane Doig, one of the great blokes. Boring, nerdy, but great bloke. Darren Linton, club champion.
Best of all time.
Sheehan Nathaniel, one of the nicest men you'll ever meet. But I'll tell you right now, there's one bloke I want to talk about. My main man. He got off a flight in the morning, selected himself as available for the weekend from San Francisco, from the Tesla factory, a former guest on this show, our man, my main man, Farron Anthony, played a game for Parkfield on the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. The cult figure himself, Saywag. Now, he's come in and batted at 10. Fair enough when you haven't really hit a cricket ball. I mean, he had a hit in the batting cage to hit some baseballs a week before. He reckons that was his preparation. Absolutely muffed him too, Pondy. He was garbage out there. But he's come out from all reports. First ball, he smoked before. Beautiful shot. Flicked through mid wicket, I heard. And did not look out of place at all. And he's made 11. So sensational stuff from the number 10. Next thing you know, he'll be asking me if he can play in the ones next week because he's in form. So that'll be an interesting chat. But sorry to gloss over everybody else, but the star of the show was our other good man, Kasun, the gorgeous man with gorgeous hair, who top scored with 76, which is a great knock considering he opened the batting as well. So well done, Cass. Sensational. Good to see old rookie Rukshan get back in the runs with the 29. Be disappointed he didn't go on with that, but that was another good score there.
Merchandise.
Oh, merchandise, Rukshan. Okay, where are the shirts? Oh, jeez. But yeah, we've batted well there. We batted our 40 overs, 9 for 180, which is not bad. We're out at Narry North, which is quite a fast running ground, so probably a par score. No Narry North scores entered, but that's okay. Talking about our bowling, we had old reliable Darren Linton open up. Not too often you see that these days, but awesome to see for mine. New ball specialist, 2 for 16 off 8, if you don't mind. Not bad for 76 tags. Well done, mate. I know he listens. Shawnee Clear, economical, none for 7 off 5, if you don't mind. Lockie Binney, who unfortunately came back to play with his brother and play a game on turf and this and that, but got the Golden Globe with the bat and none for 20 off his 3 overs. So not quite the romantic return, our boy Lockie. Stop it. Lockie there. Lockie's got number 20, but Dakota made a golden duck and none for 25 off 6. So sorry, Daxie, I was reading the wrong stats. No wickets for the Binney boys. It was a bit of a shame, which obviously led right into the skipper to bowl his 8 overs. The courageous Shane Doig, 4 for 31. Thank you very much.
Ooh.
4 for 31. Just playing below himself, just like he likes it. Just getting his credits in the bank, old Deutsch. Well done, mate. And then we had Kasun coming on bowling his magical leggies, 4 for 22. Sorry, 2 for 22 off 4.
That's about 11 wickets there, Cano.
Yeah, I'm making an absolute meal of this. I'm getting excited because I want to talk about, and I love how this has been listed in my cricket as well. The man, he gets off his flight Saturday morning, gets a haircut, gets to the ground to play, borrows some uniform, hits his first ball for 4, makes 11, and then he's bowled 1 ball for 1 wicket. Farron Anthony, welcome back, Saywag. What a day for him. I think he should be I don't think he's going to have a better day of cricket than that. I did notice he didn't take any catches. Whether that means he dropped any, I'm not sure, but that's the odds on. Oh, crocodile. But that is the match report from the threes. A good win. We managed to bowl Narry North out for 124. Thanks for coming. Star of the show, Kasun. Well done, son.
Well done.
Cool. Did we have a force this week?
Bye. Good win. Take the points.
Great win.
Sorry.
4 wins.
4 wins. And
We're not there yet.
4 wins in the men's.
Oh, okay, sorry, the men's. Yeah, sorry.
Thanks, Jordy.
Sorry.
Thanks for joining us.
Sorry.
Mate.
Jordy, thanks for coming down, pal.
All right, fine, I'll leave. Okay. This wouldn't run without me.
I know you are. Take it away.
Cool. So our women's this week, we travelled out to play Holy Trinity up in Thornbury. So a bit of a hike this week. But we haven't played this team yet through the whole season. We didn't play them in the T20 comp. So this is our first time coming against them, and they were currently second on the ladder. So a big game going into finals in a couple of weeks. So we really needed to get this win on the board. We lost the toss, I think, and got sent out to bowl. Is that how you say it? Yeah. No, you get sent into bat. I don't know. Never mind. So we went out to bowl, and their opening batters just absolutely nailed it, and they were just holding their ground, getting runs where they needed to. Our fielding was probably not on point this week. We just let a couple through. Our bowling was fairly good. We didn't stray too far from what we needed to do, but they were just really good at picking those bad balls and getting those runs where they needed. Our first wicket didn't fall until they reached the 107 mark of their runs. And it was actually a really lucky wicket as well. Meb comes in, bowls it down. The batsman hits a straight drive. Meb's dived, touched her hand, and then hit the wicket at the other end. So unlucky run out for the other batsman, but we'll take it where it comes. And then we ended the 36 overs 2 for 181. So we had a big job ahead of us, but we were on a mission to win this game and really prove that we deserve to be in finals. We opened the batting with our trusted Nim and Bruce. I'm not calling her wrong thing anymore. It's Bruce. Who we really had a focus to go out there because we've been struggling the past couple of weeks to, really defend those good balls and then put away the bad ones, which our opening batsmen just absolutely did. They made it all the way to 158 before we lost our first wicket. So all credit to them. They really drove us in this win today, with Nim ending on 86 and Bruce ending on 69, which is also her highest score. So a massive achievement for her. And Nim also becoming the first woman to reach 1,000 runs at Parkfield. So a massive milestone and a really good win from the girls. And we ended 2 for 184. So after 33 overs. So we even had a couple to spare, which is really nice. Also a funny story as well. I was halfway through our batting order. Rory thought he was one out with the batting, so I went up and checked it, and it was right. He was missing 1 run off the batting, and at the end of the game, him and Mum were standing at the scorebook, and they were like, "Oh, who should we give it to, Nim or Bruce?" And they both agreed that it would be funnier if they didn't give it to Bruce because she was on 69, and that would be a funnier high score. So there you go. But yeah, pardon?
No, nothing.
Why is that funny?
Don't know. Let's move on.
Why is it funny?
How good is that for Bruce, though? Seriously.
Yeah, absolutely. She was
Oh,
absolute other funny story. So Bruce is like about to make 50 and we're all standing there clapping and everything. Oh, like not clapping, but like getting ready. People are filming.
The old pre-50 clap.
But anyway, I think if she gets a short ball, she pulls it and it goes directly to the fielder at mid-wicket and she misfields it. It goes past her. So Bruce goes over, she makes her 1 run and then she kind of turns back off the crease and the girls like start cheering. They're like, yeah, like she's made her 50 and everything. And Bruce stops like a quarter of the way down because she thought she hit a 4. That's why she stopped running. And the fielder's thrown it in and everyone started screaming like, get your ass down. She's absolutely had to sprint down. Luckily, it was a poor throw and the keeper just didn't take it correctly. But imagine that, making 50 and getting run out the same ball.
no.
If you saw the Instagram story, it's all on there. It was absolute chaos.
Yeah, that is brilliant. That is.
I should bring her in now to see what she thinks about it. Should I go get her?
Yeah, get her in.
No. She'll be like, I don't know.
That's funny.
Is Karen having a coughing fit?
Oh, mate, I was sneezing like an absolute and I'm way too embarrassed to let my 8 sneeze be on the podcast. Smart muting from my bar.
Yeah, and we didn't have a 2s this week. We didn't have enough available, so we had to forfeit, unfortunately. But yeah, good win from the club this week.
5 wins.
Girls probably should know that, seeing as I was coaching them. Just have to double check. Yeah, more cricket for that one. Well, this week they got a bye. I can confirm. Last week we played Washington Park up at Carnegie. Unfortunately, that's probably our biggest road trip. So a bunch of our girls come from Berwick Way, Cranbourne Way to play at Parkfield, but unfortunately, Washington Park is located in Carnegie. So quite a hike to get there for 4:30, 4:45, especially for the parents. But the way the scoring works, we actually won the toss, I believe, and no, Washington Park won the toss, I recall, and sent us into bat. We made one for 107, which is a good effort at the start. And yeah, unfortunately, Washington Park, pretty well accomplished side. They've been playing together for a long time. They ended up 3 for 174 with retirement. So yeah, unfortunately didn't get the chockies there, but we are still in line to make finals. And the under 18 girls have a bye or had a bye this Tuesday. So a few of them will be training with us on Thursday night to get some practice in. So that is the report for the under 18 girls.
Awesome.
Cool. And I'm sure the under 10s are doing great.
Under 10s had a game off last week as well, actually.
Oh yeah, the other team forfeited.
The other team.
Get
Oh,
you?
the Baby Bandits.
Yeah.
The Baby Bandits.
Baby Bandits.
That's
the new, that's what we're
the
calling
new
them
thing.
now on. The Baby Bandits. Take the chockies from that one.
I reckon they might be in line for a heat off on Friday, considering it's going to be 35.
Another win.
9, depending who you listen to.
Back to back.
Back to back, baby.
Back to back. Light work. Beautiful. So we had a function on the weekend, Premiership reunion and Hall of Fame night, where we recognised our current coach, Daniel Ferguson, Turf One player, very well accomplished, Bucko, and Ross Linton as our 3 inductees into the Hall of Fame. So a round of applause for them.
Do you want to give us a spiel on all 3 of those blokes, Poddy?
Yeah, Fergie, he's a little man. He's not very good at maths.
No.
He's my coach, and I don't really know Bucko or Ross that well. So there you go. I also wasn't there on the function night, so
that is exactly why I asked you.
Yeah. I'm sure they had great stories to tell.
Bucko was the captain of our seconds for a very long time, and just a really good club man. His old man's was involved with the club as well. Still is involved in Noble Park Footy Club, so entrenched in sort of that Noble Park area. And Roscoe Linton, unfortunately, he's known as the brother of Darren to some of us younger guys because Roscoe never carried on. But Roscoe was quite a good cricketer in his own time as well. Played Turf One, but one of the biggest things he did for the club was captain a bunch of young men in under 16s and formed some friendships for life, but brought through some of our best cricketers like Dale Harris, Ricky Price, Darren James, a bunch of other guys that continued to play for Parkfield for another 10, 15 years. So very, very good man, Roscoe. So well-deserved in the Hall of Fame, all 3 of them.
And what premierships did we celebrate?
We definitely
you were in one of them.
Yeah. I was 12th man for an F grade flag when I was a young fella. That was a good year.
Oh, I think there was an under 13s one as well. 20 years. I think it was. I think Sheehan was 12th man or something.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Were you guys there?
We were there.
I was there, but I wasn't there.
This is shit house, guys. Come on. What are we doing?
We did have a premiership reunion for, I think, Jeff and Stork, an old C grade premiership.
I thought it was a C grade one from memory.
Yeah, from 40.
30, 40.
How old's Jeff? I think it might.
I'm going to stop talking. Never mind.
80-year reunion for Jeff Mills. But had that one, but it was all about the triumph and F grade reunion, mate. Steve Hughes, Mr. March, captained a bunch of absolute superstars in F grade and won a flag. Some of those games they won with 6 players. It was absolutely ridiculous. 4 of us went on to play Turf One. So a bit silly, but you take it. Take it.
Us.
Take it.
Us. Little plug there for you, Stephen.
Mate, just a young fella at that stage, Chris. Just cutting me teeth. Just cutting me teeth.
Lovely. I got there a bit late, but it looked like a lot of old fellas were pretty drunk, which normally means they had a good time. So it's good. Good for the fellas. Cool. We have a function coming up. which is iPod Shuffle Night. Cody hasn't really talked about it, but iPod Shuffle Night, basically, you pay for a song or you pay for 2 songs, and they get put into a playlist, and that playlist gets put on shuffle for the night. And so we have a whiteboard with every song and who owns the song. And if your song plays, you get crossed off, and the last song to play, the last one standing wins. And it's a thing to cash prize. Geordie?
I don't know.
It was.
It's not. I don't know anything.
So if you wanna, you don't have to be present to play or win. If you want to buy a song, flick Cody a message.
Cody said I couldn't win if I wasn't there, but he probably just because I'm his sister.
I'm taking over because Cody's doing. No, so flick Cody a message, and you'll put your song in the.
No, you have to go through the link.
What link?
Cody posts the link to buy the tickets.
I don't think he did.
He definitely did. We already have one sale.
Who is it?
Beck.
Pink. Something by Pink.
No, I don't think it is. No, I think it's Luke Combs or something. Some country singer. I think.
Right. Off topic. Sorry, Poddy. If you were to pick a song right now, Chris, what would it be for iPod Shuffle Night?
Dream Catch Me by Norton Faulkner.
Yep. Good call.
What about you, mate? What would you go with?
No, I want to ask Geordie first.
Well, I was gonna do Murder on the Dance Floor, but Cody stole that from me. So I might do Superstar by, I forget her name. Jim. I don't know.
Cody did post a link.
Yeah.
I found it.
But I also won't be there, so I don't really care what I pick.
Yeah.
Superstar.
By
By who?
Let me check. Jamelia. Do you want me to play it?
Yeah. Oh, getting professional.
Yeah.
But you must be some kind
of superstar.
Oh god.
We're gonna get copyrighted for that.
Yeah. Because they
Our
listen.
bulk listeners will drop us in. Yeah. There's hundreds of thousands of views we get each week. Yeah.
And non-for-profit podcast gets sued.
Yeah. What do you mean, mate? NV Play, Brian, that Keysborough just funneling us cash, man.
NV Play doesn't even work.
Where are you sticking your invoices in, mate? Not getting paid. I'm like,
yeah, so whatever. Look at the link. Apparently there's a link. Also we have raffle tickets, $1,000 draw, reverse raffle. Get them back to Tony as soon as possible. I think they're getting drawn on the 22nd, except for the last
50.
50.
It'll be 50. It's wrong on the ticket.
20 on it, but it will be the last 50. So they're all drawn that week. Last 50 is drawn on iPod Shuffle Night before the night, or probably just before the night, the playlist kicks off. So get your tickets in. If you sell 20, you get 2 free for yourself as well. So get those books in, and good, happy punting.
As a former winner, it's a very important night for the club. Just make sure you're there for the auction of the extra tickets, because that's usually a winner. But
And if you win, feel free to put some money behind the bar, unlike last year's winner. I'll tight sphincter cannon.
Hey, think about it. That money went straight into your pocket for doing the electrical work at my house. So I wouldn't be complaining. I would not be.
And if ESV and if your company's listening, I am a licensed electrician.
Yes. Also, hello, Mr. ATO. There was invoice and clear receipts for that transaction. Yes. Good point, Chris.
Thank you.
How good your editing, Geordie?
Cutting.
So get them in
Hey,
as soon as possible.
Poddy, just a shout out as well. Every year, CN Design, Chris Nusk, cricket circles will know him from Hallam Cricket Club, but CN Design does up our raffle tickets every year free of charge to help us out. So just a plug for those guys. Every year they come up with the goods for us, fit us in, and it's a really kind gesture. So thank you very much, Nusky.
All right. I don't know.
Prezzo night?
Yeah, that's your domain.
Yeah.
Right?
Cool. So we finally got confirmation on Prezzo night. So it will be happening on the Friday, the 24th of March this year. And it'll kick off at 7 p.m. at the Waltzing Matilda Hotel. And I will post up a link shortly for everyone to buy tickets and RSVP. Tell me your dietary requirements. But it'll be $50 a head for the night, including a 2-course meal.
Where were we last night? Sandown.
We were at Parkfield last
Parkfield
year, and then I think the year before that was Sandown.
Yeah, and then we got kicked out of there and went to the Waltzing.
No. We got
Highways.
we just left Sandown because our booking ended. We went to Highways, and then you got us kicked out. And then we went back to Tony's house.
Yes, that sounds like the truth.
That's right. I remember that now. Yeah.
And you had Jack Greeley going off on the way out. It's like, mate, you don't even play for the club.
Do you ever remember like Tony pulled out like 80 bottles of liquor on the counter, and then
and
they
then
were still
Jack
gone?
was just like making cocktails, and every time he made like, try this, it was the most vile thing you've ever put in your
Oh.
mouth. Disgusting.
Where was that?
At Tony's house,
Oh, right.
he just opened up his liquor cabinet and Greeley just went nuts. Greeley had a shot of orange juice and a shot of every other liquor on the planet. It was terrible.
Actually, Jack Jones has started doing that at the club now. He mixes like different drinks together. We've started calling it the Jack Off. You just be like, try
That's good.
this.
That's
Yeah.
good. I like that.
I like the Jack off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. He comes out with some good drinks as well.
Wow. The Jack off.
The old jack off.
The Jack Off.
Most people enjoy jack off. Yeah. Good drop. Good drop.
Yep, cool. Last week's poll: would you rather be able to speak all languages or speak to animals? I'm surprised this was the result. People said speak all languages. I was surprised because I feel like animals know more than what we think they know.
Yeah. And also like how many countries are you gonna go to or speak to people that speak that many languages? I'm gonna see more animals in my life than I'm gonna probably speak
Cano's
to.
been around. Cano has
Yeah,
been
but I probably won't do that.
Oh, you need to live a bit. Sitting at home talking to your dog is nowhere near as interesting.
My dog died 2 years ago.
Oh,
So
even more reason to learn another language and piss off and talk to someone else in another country, mate.
No,
I'm going to Europe this year.
Anyway, you'd learn how to speak to animals and the thing's dead. You can't
Yeah,
talk
but then I could finally understand what Cody's saying half the time.
Hey.
Nah, but most countries speak English.
Yeah.
I feel like do you see that video before the earthquakes in Syria and Turkey? And like all the dogs were howling before the earthquake. They knew it was coming. Imagine you could speak to dogs. Nobody dies. Cancer cured. World hunger solved.
World hunger solved.
Yeah.
By dogs.
Yeah. Well, how do you know?
Talk me through it.
Well, if I could talk to a dog, I would talk you through it. But I
it's
can't
like
talk to
when
a
you-
dog, can I?
When like a dog sees a ghost, they'd be able to tell you now. It's a
Yeah,
ghost in
that's
the house.
true. That's true.
Get out of the house.
Have you ever
There's
met
a
Scooby
demon
Doo?
in here.
You ever met Scooby Doo?
Scooby Doo. Roast.
Do I rest my case? Do I even need to rest my case?
Well, everybody can understand Scooby Doo. So why bother? Why would you need?
Well, yeah, because we can understand him because he speaks English. So if
Exactly.
all the animals spoke English, we'd be able to understand the animals.
Exactly. And then you learn all the other languages to talk to everybody else on Earth. Bang. Thanks for coming.
Like that's what I'm
I don't
saying.
need
Is
that.
I can learn every other language in the world. I can't learn how to speak to dogs.
You can't even speak England.
I can't. You're right. I'm no good at that. God.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
I don't know. We had no guest, and we've dragged this on for about 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's pretty easy when you just
We're just interesting people.
No. Disagree.
Wasn't including you.
Some of us are. Some of us are.
How's the weather tomorrow, huh?
Don't know yet.
Yeah, I'm sure the people on the Parkfield podcast want to hear all about the weather tomorrow, Pondy. But talk
It's
us.
gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot.
Yeah, they won't be hearing this till Friday though.
Mm.
It would have already been hot.
Yeah, that was the weather yesterday.
Oh, gee, she was a sneaky, wasn't she? Woo-hoo. Oh,
Oh God. Fergie, if you're listening, come on the podcast, for God's sake.
Mm.
give us something, Ferg. Fair income.
You don't show up, you never show up to training on time. You can't show up to the podcast. What good are you?
It's hard yakking out
You
there.
training tomorrow, Cano?
No, I will not be.
Why?
I have a wedding. I have a
On
wedding.
Thursday.
Whose wedding?
Thursday. Cheap to have a wedding on a Thursday.
Absolutely. Hey, Cano's wedding's going to be on a Tuesday.
Mate. What else is mine? When's the MCG open? No, wedding out in the Yarra Valley, I believe. I probably should check the invite to see where I'm going, but I'll be getting a lift with my mate around the corner, and it will be a lovely day celebrating love.
That sounded rehearsed.
Loser. Is Kayla going?
At this stage, mate, she is still extremely COVID positive, so no.
That's a good excuse.
Great excuse.
You're going to bring a +1 then?
Great question, actually.
Can I come?
No.
Oh, mate.
Nah.
Nah.
Absolutely
Nah.
No.
Just nah.
Flat out, no. I could not trust us with an open bar. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I'm working on Friday, so I'll be responsible, mate. I'll be responsible. As always, just like I was last week at the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Very responsible. Still turned up for work on time because that's what you do.
You got COVID, you idiot.
Don't know what you're talking about.
You kissed Darth Vader. You gave me
I
COVID.
did. Darth Vader must have had COVID. I macked him.
Yeah.
I said, come here, big fella.
I'm going to goof ya.
You can be my father.
Why are you kissing your father?
I came all the way from Hobart for this.
Oh, God. We've lost it.
All right. Are we doing a poll question?
Nah.
Every week.
Nah.
So
I don't know. If we think one, we'll let it in.
whatever it is.
Okay.
But-
Pondy's camera on or Pondy's camera off?
Oh,
Off.
Okay, I wasn't asking you. The poll question.
Definitely off.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, people who listen to it won't really vote in it.
Well, I don't think people that listen to it go like, "Oh shit, when's the poll going up?" Anyway,
They might. We don't know.
I think if they just see it, they see it on Instagram and they vote.
Could be a thing.
Yeah, but nah.
Well,
Yeah, I'm calling it. Outro.
Did we
who
do
playing
next
this week?
next
We're playing
week's
Nari.
matches?
So I've lost my mind. I'll play Nari. The ones are at home. The seconds are away. The third 11 is playing at Tatterson against Cranbourne. And the fourth 11 is playing at Reed Oval versus Dubton Black. There you go. Women's.
The ones are playing Narry South at Strathford Recreation Reserve, and the twos are playing Parkdale United at Jack Grut Reserve. This is also the twos' final round of the year before finals if they make it. So good luck to our twos.
Can they make it?
Yeah, they're fourth at the moment, and they're playing fifth, so they just need to win. So if we can get a
Big
team up,
game,
it'll be
Big
exciting.
crowd. Everyone get down. I won't.
Are you gonna go?
I got a footy practice match.
oh,
Sorry, but
Lead them by example.
Yeah, well, sorry. I have other interests.
I've got one.
Here we go.
What a poll question.
Stop.
Would you rather swim in a pool full of Nutella or
No.
a pool full of maple syrup? Canadian.
Maple syrup.
Neither. That sounds sticky.
And you sound like you're 5 years old. That's
Okay, a 5-year-old would love both of those, and I said neither. But you can't swim in Nutella.
It would be harder to swim in Nutella. You're right. It is a much thicker blend.
Am I thinking about future me in terms of cardio? Because I feel like swimming in Nutella, I'd have a really good rig. We wonder why our viewers drop off towards the end.
All right. I got a better one. Would you rather have telekinesis, the ability to move things with your mind,
Thank
or
you.
telepathy, the ability to read minds? That's an excellent one there.
I love the way you said that, and your facial expressions were like Neil deGrasse Tyson. It was like I got like shocked. I got shivers. And I thought going on this tangent about space and time.
Mate, I'm just stoked I got those big words out.
Yeah.
But I reckon that's us, mate. That's us.
Yeah, I'm done.
That is the poll. Bang, right there. Telekinesis or telepathy. Bang. Over to you.
Telekinetically.
Thanks, Bill. Oh, Bill Brownless.
Both in one. I've had enough. I'm losing my mind. 10. Let's go to bed. I was footy training today. I'm knackered.
Thanks for sharing.
Thanks for showing up.
Thanks.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Always a
Take care,
pleasure. Love you.